think he's a trespasser?
He was a handyman for my mom, nothing more than a contractor. When mom passed, he decided that he had the property now. Chris had been texting me off my mom's phone.
I took care of her. She had leukemia. The truth of the matter is they've never cared for me.
You decided that you're going to take everything after my mom died.
You left it to me, honey.
Older folks are targets for all kinds of scammers, and older folks who are in their last years fall especially vulnerable to people who act like they mean well, but who are really after the goods. The money, the assets, the real estate. This lady recently lost her mom, but in the process seems to have gained a squatter. He won't leave. This guy says he loved her, cared for her, and was named in the will the old lady wrote before her death. That only he has, and that he hasn't filed anywhere. She thinks he's just the handyman. He thinks he's entitled to all the old lady's stuff. I think he's a gold-digging chode who saw an opportunity. What do you think? Let's roll, nerds.
All right, the next case I have is Janice Hoshaw et al. Versus Chris Taylor. The case number is Butler County 25 LM 1181. The plaintiff appears in person and by and through her counsel, Tim Cannell. Chris Taylor appears in person with court security and pro se. Are there any other appearances on this case?
No, sir.
I don't believe there are. Mr. Cannell, how are you wishing to proceed at this time, sir?
We're ready for trial, Your Honor.
And Chris Taylor, are you ready to go forward with trial as well?
Sure.
Okay. Mr. Cannell, do you have anything you'd like to say by way of an opening statement?
Well, Your Honor, I represent Ms. Hoshaw. She's the daughter of Linda Pinion, and she is deceased. So Ms. Hoshaw and her sister went through a determination of descent. They're the owners of this property. There are 3 houses, and these 3 houses were occupied by trespassers. There were 3 lawsuits filed. 2 of those people did not appear, and there's a journal entry in your queue for those 2 items. Mr. Taylor has appeared. We think he's a trespasser, and we want to go forward and have that established.
All right. Mr. Taylor, is there anything you'd like to say by way of an opening statement, what you think the evidence will show?
The will that was left to me was left this property and contents and vehicles. I have the will with me today. I haven't filed it. I don't know how I'm trespassing. I was with Linda for 10 years, and then the last 4 years, which I took care of her. She had leukemia, and she passes, and then they come out of nowhere. So I don't know how I'm trespassing. I've been there 10 years, and she left me the property. So I'm trying to make sense of it. I'm not a trespasser. Oh, man.
Mr. Cannell, do you have any witnesses that you would like to call?
Can you swear both parties, Your Honor, Ms. Hoshaw and Mr. Taylor?
Yeah, Mr. Taylor and Ms. Hoshaw, if you'd both raise your right hand, please. Do you solemnly swear or affirm?
Ms. Hoshaw, can you state your name?
Janice Twain Hoshaw.
And are you the daughter of Linda Pinion?
I am.
Do you have a sister?
I do.
What's her name?
Michelle.
Michelle Crane. And do you have a power of attorney for her to be able to act in your mother's estate and with regard to this property?
I do.
When did your mom die?
December the 1st.
So that was of 2024?
Correct.
So more than 3 months have passed since the day of your mom's death?
That's correct.
Was any will ever offered for probate?
No.
Okay. So you waited 6 months after the date of your mom's death, and then did you and your sister file for a determination of descent?
Correct.
And are there 3 houses that were initially concerned with?
Yes.
Where are they located? So there are 3 little houses, and these are kind of the last houses on the west side on the way out of town?
Correct.
So how did you find out about your mom's death?
I found out 5 days after she had passed away, and I ended up having to call her hospice company is how I found out.
But were you getting some text messages from her phone during that period of time?
That's correct. She and I were still communicating via text messages, and then come to find out, Chris had been texting me off my mom's phone for 5 days.
This is Chris Taylor we're talking about.
Correct.
So prior to your mom's death, did she ever convey any interest to Chris Taylor? Would he have a legal right to be on the property?
Not at all.
Was he a tenant? Did he pay rent?
Not at all.
Since the time of your mom's death, has he paid any rent?
No.
Has he collected rent from the other people who live on the property?
Yes.
Okay. So did you give Mr. Taylor a 3-day notice stating that he was a trespasser?
Yes.
And did you get any response?
They told me they weren't moving.
Okay. And then when this action was filed, Mr. Taylor filed an answer that said, I quote, I may have COVID. That was the only response he made, yes?
Yes.
Okay. So are you asking that the court find that you and your sister are the record owners of this piece of property and that Mr. Taylor has no right to be there and that he and any other occupants be required to vacate the premises?
Yes.
Okay. Have you had any conversations with one of the neighbors about what Mr. Taylor said he'd do if he had to vacate the premises?
Yes.
Who was that?
The owner of the country cottages is adjacent to the backyards, and his name is Joshua House, and he's the one that phoned me to tell me that if Chris was made to leave, that they were all going to put cement in the toilets to run the sewer system.
I don't even know this guy. Josh, I don't even know Josh House.
I let the officers know that there is a, since it hadn't happened yet, but they did note that because it's a threat against property.
So are you asking that the court retain jurisdiction if the property is torn up either now because you don't know about it, or by the time that Mr. Taylor leaves, you want the court to retain jurisdiction to grant damages?
Yes.
Okay.
Because he.
And if Mr. Taylor does not vacate the premises within 24 hours, you're asking that the court authorize or bid a restitution to get the property cleared, correct?
Correct.
Okay. I don't think I have any further questions for Ms. Hoshaw, Judge.
Mr. Davis, do you have any questions for Ms. Hoshaw?
Mr. Taylor?
Oh, one, I don't know who
Sorry.
Josh House. I don't know where this came from. I have no idea where. No, I'm not that type of person anyway. I don't have it in me. I was her caretaker for the last 4 years, and we were in business this whole time. So how am I trespassing? I don't understand. I just need to understand how I'm trespassing and how I have to leave after I've been somewhere 10 years. I'm just having a hard time understanding this.
Ms. Hoshaw, I think there were two questions in there. One, I think Mr. Taylor is asking how you esteem him to be trespassing, and why would it be the case that you would believe that to be true at this snapshot in time, given his long tenure there?
He was a handyman for my mom. He was nothing more than a contractor. And when mom passed, he decided that he had the property now. He doesn't live there.
Yeah, I do. Yes, I do. I sure do. I have the whole time. I have paperwork. I even have the paperwork from KU Medical in Kansas City, where on all her medical, next to Ken has my name and emergency contact, my phone number. You know, what do you say to that? I mean, how could you possibly say that I didn't live there when you know I did? I hadn't even talked to you guys or seen these people until she died. They came out of the woodwork. Was it you and her sister that said that?
If I want you to feel free to ask questions that are tied back to Ms. Hoshaw's testimony, but you'll have to pause between questions to give her a chance to answer you.
Okay. I'm just a bit upset. I just don't, this is ridiculous. I'm not a trespasser. Wow. Okay. So what do you think? You just give me 1 second. So this is really what it's come to, Janice, really? Since, I mean, what is it you want from me? What did I do to you? I mean, you're lying under oath. I mean, what is it you're trying to gain? You're just trying to take the property from me and push me out on the street? I mean, what is the resolve here? Do I have to have paperwork, or I have a will that she made out? Last week, you lied to the police and said that this was your property, and you tried to have my truck towed. You broke into the shop, threatened somebody with bodily harm, and I mean, and we hadn't even been to court yet.
Well, and Mr. Taylor, I do want you to not only feel like you have some latitude to ask some questions, but you'll also be given a chance to testify. But I think we're kind of in a mode of kind of asking several questions in pretty close proximity where there isn't much of a chance for her to answer that question or those questions. And so if you do have questions for her and you want to put them to her one at a time, I want you to feel like you can do that. If you would rather just explain your position or your concerns and through your testimony, you're welcome to do that as well.
I'm here obviously because I got to find a resolve to this, because the fact that the truth of the matter is they've never cared for me, and I understand that's fine. Not everybody in life likes you, but for them not to be present or involved in any case of anything the last 4 or 5 years, and she passes, and all of a sudden, I'm this this guy that doesn't live there. And that this property's theirs, and I'm just blown away, really, and a little bit upset that there's not a lot of truth there. But the truth is that I've taken care of Linda for the last 4 years, and I watched her take her last breath, and I was there day in and day out. And she wasn't around then. Nobody was. It was just me. And it's very difficult. It's still hard to deal with. And now I have to deal with being under attack because they are claiming this is their property when it was left to me. I didn't ask for it, with all the accusations, the name calling, okay.
Judge, if he's got some questions, that's great. Otherwise, let's let him testify in turn, if that's okay.
Yeah. If you do have questions, Mr. Taylor, I don't want you to feel that you can't ask them, but if you're at the place where you just like to explain your side of the story, kind of in an unfettered way, I'm wanting you to feel like you can do that as well.
Okay. I just really don't know what questions to ask, other than, why are you doing this? What is the point? Janice, what is the point to what you're sitting here telling these people?
Because that was Mom's property.
Yes.
Michelle and I are Mom's children. And you're
not the only children.
You're being untruthful saying that we weren't in the picture. You're being deceptive, because we absolutely were. We are. And just because you've decided that you're going to take everything after my mom dies, that's not how it's going to work out, I hope.
She left it to me, honey. She left everything to me. I mean, what is there to say to that?
Well, if you don't have any more questions for Ms. Hoshaw, I'll inquire of Mr. Cannell. Do you have any more direct examination for Ms. Hoshaw?
Just a few, Your Honor. Ms. Hoshaw, during your mom's lifetime, were the police ever called over to the house where your mother lived?
Multiple.
And was Chris Taylor involved in those calls?
They were always looking for Chris.
And was there a question that ever arose during those times as to whether Chris Taylor lived there with your mom?
She always said that he didn't live there.
Okay. So to your knowledge, there's no legal authority of any kind for Mr. Taylor to be on the property.
Right.
That's all, Your Honor.
All right. Anything further, Mr. Taylor, from
No,
for
that's
this
not
witness?
true, but she can sit here and say what she, I mean, I can't. I have lived there. I mean, my kids' pictures are on the walls. I mean, I'm established there. I have mail there. I've been there this whole time. So I don't know where she's coming up with this. And the police, yes, I've missed court dates. I've missed your court dates before, Judge Murphy. Doesn't make me a criminal. I mean, at any rate, yes, I have missed court dates before, but I've lived there this whole time. I mean, I don't.
Mr. Taylor, do you have any more questions for Ms. Hoshaw is what we're asking you.
No, I guess not. I don't even know what to say.
Well, and if you want a moment, we can pause for a short time to give you a second to think about what you'd like to say. But I would be interested to hear if Mr. Cannell doesn't have any other witnesses, what your perspective is and your understanding of what's happened to this point. Do you need a moment, sir?
No, I'm fine. Okay.
But do you wish to tell me your side of the story?
The side of the story is I've been with Linda for over 10 years, and she's never gotten along with her kids, and that's none of my business, and I don't know why. I've never done anything to any of them. And now all of a sudden she passes away, and now I'm under attack, so to speak. And I don't know what to say. I mean, should I have an attorney, or, I have paperwork and I have the will, and did I do something wrong here? Or
do you have any documents you'd like to offer as exhibits?
I would just like to find a peaceful resolve today is what I'd like to do. And that's what I'd like to do, is just find the resolve so I can get on with my life. That's basically it. I mean, that's it. I mean, that's where I'm at. I just want to get this over with. I've never dealt with these people before, and now I'm having to. I'm in a position of, what do I do? I'm not sure, but I haven't lied to anybody. I haven't been distruthful, dishonest. I haven't done anybody wrong. So God willing, that, I don't know. Never been in a position like this.
If you don't have anything further you'd like to say now, I'll give Mr. Cannell an opportunity, if he wishes to ask questions of you. Mr. Cannell.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Taylor, you did not file any will for probate in the District Court of Butler County, did you?
No, sir.
And you got a 3-day notice from Ms. Hoshaw saying that they were the owners, and you made no response to that, did you?
No, sir.
You're not paying any rent. You're not paying anything to Ms. Hoshaw in order to stay there, are you?
Who do I pay rent to?
The owners of the property, if you had a lease, which you don't.
I didn't. The owner was Linda Pinion, and she willed the property to me. So how do I know that that comes into play?
Okay, but you've never filed the will for probate.
I didn't know I needed to, sir. I wasn't aware.
So the answer is no.
No. I said that in the beginning. No.
Okay. I think that's all the questions I have, Judge.
All
I
right.
mean, do I lose my place to live because I didn't file a will? Is that how that works? I mean, how does that work? Is that it's just like that? I didn't file the will.
I don't believe you have a will.
Okay.
Is there anything else you'd like to add, Mr. Taylor, or any exhibits you'd like the court to consider?
No, I'm good. I'm okay.
Okay. All right. Mr. Cannell, do you have anything you'd like to say by way of a closing statement?
Judge, I think the evidence bears out what we're talking about. We have the owners of the property who were found to be, by the district court in Butler County, the heirs of Linda Pinion. We gave notice to the guy who's occupying the property. He talks about a will. There's a time for filing a will for probate, which has passed. No will has been produced. He has given us no legal authority or reason why he should be allowed to stay there. So we're asking that the court find that he's a trespasser and order him to vacate the property within 24 hours and give us the right to claim damages if we find the property's damaged, and order a writ of restitution if we need one.
All right. Mr. Taylor, anything you'd like to say by way of a closing statement, what you think the evidence has shown, what you think the court should do?
I'm not sure what to say, or I don't know what else is there to say. So I failed to file the will, which I didn't know I had to, and so they got the a heads up on me or whatever, so they win like that, or what do I say? What do I do? I don't know what to do. I'm just at a loss. Right? I'm looking at. I got to move out of here. Just over 10 years of stuff. I got to find a place to go. And move everything I own in 24 hours. Is this what this is?
That's what they're asking the court to order.
Judge Murphy, okay, well, this does not seem fair at all. It really doesn't, because of my lack of knowledge of how this proceeding works. I didn't file the will, and that's just it. Or
Well, if you don't have anything further, I want to take a moment just to review the file. I'm going to go off camera and off mic, and I'll be back shortly. And I have had a chance to review the file and consider the case. And on balance, from the court's perspective, this case has a pall of sadness. I recognize that Ms. Pinion is loved and lost from the perspective of both Ms. Hoshaw and Mr. Taylor. I think that while I resonate with Mr. Taylor's heartfelt explanation of the events as he perceived them, and I find that he is speaking from the heart as much as I can so discern. It's nevertheless the case that the timeline of events is such that I think it would be the appropriate finding that Mr. Taylor is indeed inappropriately at this point in that home. I will find that the prayer of the plaintiff is granted to the extent that he is found to be improperly in that place at this time. I think that it might make sense, Mr. Cannell, to prepare a writ of restitution. The way that will work mechanically, Mr. Taylor, is Mr. Cannell will submit an order and a writ. Once I approve those, the sheriff's office will have up to 14 days to serve that writ upon you. And at that moment can demand that you be excluded from that property. Certainly, you can appeal any decision I have made today if you so choose. And I do also want to explain that I'm going to leave open the question of any potential damages should an inspection reveal that from the plaintiff's point of view, there are damages for which they need to be compensated. And I'll let Mr. Cannell amend his pleadings at a later date, such as is necessary along those lines. And if there's nothing further, we will indeed be in recess. Thank you each and all.
Judge, the only other thing I'd ask is that your order extend not only to Mr. Taylor, but any other occupants of the premises.
Yes, it will. And I'm trying to double check. Yes, it will extend to any other occupants of the premises.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Taylor. Thank you.